Hello people, this is KP and we are into the 15th video of this Python series. Okay, so as you can see, we are going to discuss about tuple data structure or tuple data structure of Python. Let me rename it into the 15th. Okay, so this will help you to find the Python file or .ipynb file. Okay, so what is tuple? Or I have discussed about data structure. Data structure is nothing but a framework. It's not a framework actually, like how you can structure your data to keep your data, like how to retrieve fast, the CRUD operation, create, read, delete and update very fast manner. Okay, so that's all about data structure. Great. So what's a tuple? Let me write here. Okay, so let me tell you first what is tuple. So tuple in Python data structure is similar to a list. Only the difference between these two is we cannot change the elements of a tuple. So tuple is immutable, or we cannot change the items once it is assigned. So I hope you have remembered while discussing about list, I had told list was mutable or changeable. We can elements or we can change the elements once it is assigned, but tuple does not support that. Okay, so let me write tuple is similar to a list, but it does not support what I can say, any change in the elements once it's assigned. All right, so let's see how we can declare a tuple. So what's the criteria? So as you know, for a list we need square brackets. So for tuple we need this bracket, what I can say, round bracket. Okay, so this bracket normally means tuple. Okay, so how to declare a tuple? Same thing. Suppose I'm taking a equals to, I'm putting this bracket, inside that I'm putting 1, 2 and 3. Tuple, let me check. So type will give which kind of, which type. Let me put, you can see it's a tuple. Okay, so this is a tuple which contains only integer. So for string, similarly, let me do b equals to, I'm doing car and I'm doing bike, closing this side and putting one this side. So this is also a tuple. Let me copy this and paste it over here, changing it to b. So you can see this is also a tuple. This tuple contains only string, this tuple only contains integer. But as you know, list also supports multiple variety different, not only string type, not only integer type. It can contain string and float or decimal or integers, anything. Similarly, tuple also can have anything. So let me show you. Suppose I am declaring another variable c equals to 1 1, this is an integer, then 34.5, this is a float value, and suppose I am putting true, true, this is boolean value, and I'm putting one string, suppose Python. Now if I check type of C, so it is also tuple. Alright, so now you got some idea about tuple. So how to declare an empty tuple? So if you remember how we can declare a list, similarly here also we can do. Suppose I am doing tuple x equals to, x is a variable, I want a tuple here, so I can do only this. This means empty tuple. Let me check. Oh sorry, x, yes, it's a tuple. If I print X, it's empty. Okay, so another way of declaring empty tuple is, let me do with y equals to tuple. Tuple is a function, you can think like, so tuple declared, and if I do print y, you can see it's an empty tuple. All right, so this is all about declaring tuples, integer tuples, or maybe containing multiple different tuple. So also you can go with nested tuple. Okay, so let me show you. I'm doing suppose tup, this is a variable tuple. From tuple I'm getting tup, and inside this bracket I am putting 1 to 45.6, then comma, then I am putting a list. Suppose a, inside the list these are the elements b and c. This is a list, and another tuple I am putting inside tuple. So I can also put 1, 4, and suppose I am putting zz. Okay, now if I do type of tup, you can see it's a tuple, and what it contains, it contains at index number 0 it's an integer, at index number 1 it's a float value, at index number 2 it's a list, at index number 3 it's a another tuple. So this is tuple inside tuple. You can think like nested tuple, as we have discussed I think in the last class, or maybe last to last class we have discussed something about nested list. Similarly this is nested tuple. Okay, so one more facility Python provides, you can declare a tuple without parenthesis. These round brackets are also known as parentheses. So you can declare a tuple without parenthesis. Let me show you. So suppose I am giving my tup, okay, my t, okay, equals to, I am giving suppose mango, apple, apple, then banana. Executed. Now if I check type of myt, this is a variable, you can think, or you can see here this is a tuple, and if I just print it print myt, you can see it's in the tuple format. Okay, so this is one thing, and this is also known as packing tuple. Okay, so this process, like without parenthesis, without using this parenthesis, is also known as tuple packing. Somewhere you might see this word, so I'm telling you tuple packing. This is nothing but declaring a tuple without parenthesis. So similarly we can also unpack. Let me show you. Now if I do myt, this contains this tuple. Now this is packed because I just have done packing. Now if I do unpacking, how I can do, let me show you. I am doing here unpacking, packing. Now how to unpack the tuple. So how many elements are there? 1, 2 and 3. So I am declaring 3 variables x, y, z equals to, I am doing myt. This is the tuple variable. Okay, now let's execute it. Now if I do print x, what you can see, mango. Now let me copy and paste it over here, and if I do print y, you can see it's apple, and you can see here if I do z, this is banana. So now you can think like these 3 elements are unpacked and assigned to single variables. Okay, individual variables assigned to individual elements. So this thing is known as tuple unpacking. Let me write tuple unpacking, Tuple, tuple unpacking. Similarly, you can do also with list. Okay, let me do here a HR tag because I'm doing here about list markdown. It's not visible. Okay, let me do one more HR and execute it. Okay, so similarly also you can do with list unpacking. Okay, let me show you the example. List unpacking, PACK ING. So suppose I am declaring a list A equals to maybe 1 2 8. Okay, so now if I do suppose PQR, this is one variable. I am just putting comma, it means three variables. PQR equals to A. All right, now if I do print P, it contains 1. Now if I do print Q, it contains 2. Now if I do print PQR, then it contains 8. So this is the same manner, working in the same way. So this is called list unpacking. Okay, so now I hope you have got the idea, basic idea, and working with list as well as tuple. So that's all guys for this video. In the next video we are going to see something more, like how to do multiple operations and methods with tuple. Okay, so let me save it and I will put it in my GitHub link or GitHub and give you the link. Where is that? Okay, so I will put this in my GitHub account and provide the link in the description below. You can just go and download day by day as given number in the same way. Okay, so that's all guys for this video and thank you so much. I hope you have understood. I tried to give multiple examples and explain. Okay, so see you in the next video and thank you so much.